I've lived here in the Haight Ashbury since 1971. I was here in 1967 during the Summer of Love. Do you know about the Summer of Love, right? I used to be an executive in the financial district. I was a senior vice president of a worldwide career consulting company. And then I laid myself off because I got so high up on the ladder. I said, business sucks. I just said, hey, I don't really want to get back into the suits. I really would like to do something different. I make less money, but between tips and this, I'm making ends meet, and I love it. I've been to over 400 Grateful Dead shows. Best friends with Jerry Garcia, okay? Went to Egypt with them when they played the pyramids. Okay. Benny's our mascot. Even though I still say coffee and water, I know this hood better than anybody.
Beautiful eyes under there.
No, I have no eye makeup on. Okay, we'll do the eyes later. Legs right there were called the Blushing Peony in the 60s. And that's where Janis Joplin had a lot of her clothes custom made for the stage. It's now more of a shop for drag queens and strippers. And, you know, they sell fake breasts, actually, that feel real. The owner made me squeeze them. Charles Manson lived there in 1967, and most of the time he'd hang out in his van in front of the house to recruit people, and some of the women that he recruited, that he brought down to Spawn Ranch in Southern California, he recruited right from that house. Seen the movie Woodstock, right? Okay, and it's 1, 2, 3, what are you fighting for? Country Joe McDonald from Country Joe and the Fish lived here along with Janis Joplin. They were a couple for a while. A lot of people don't know this. They thought she was gay. She wasn't. She was bisexual. In fact, half of the people that were here then did it with her at least once. Okay, so Janis lived here with Country Joe, but they argued a lot. Temperamental artists. And so she ended up keeping her space here because she loved him so much. But she ended up renting a room right across the street in the Pink Building at 635 Ashbury. So she had her own space when she needed it. 710 Ashbury, one of the most photographed homes in all of San Francisco. Okay, the purple, beautiful Victorian house, okay? The Grateful Dead always had an open door policy. They never locked their door. Anybody can walk in, roll a joint, make a sandwich, play music, grab a piece of floor, go to sleep, whatever. But on the right, directly across the street, was the Hells Angels house from 1966 to 1968. Both were the same time. It's a white house with gold trim that just sold recently for $2.6 million, okay? So you had peace, love, and rock and roll on one side, and on the other side you have these guys beating the hell out of each other, taking methamphetamine, drinking too much, and riding Harleys. So they didn't mix for a while, but they ended up getting together. And how they got together was one night this Hells Angels high up on the ranks, his name was Chocolate George, and the reason being he drank chocolate milk all the time. So he's on his way home on his Harley, and he's about to turn into the driveway of 719 Ashbury, which you'll see, okay? And he swerves to avoid hitting a cat, and he crashed and he died instantly.
Oh my God.
And the Hells Angels had a meeting. There were 40 of them crammed into that house. And they had a meeting. They marched across the street to the Grateful Dead house, and the Grateful Dead, the whole band was home, including Janis Joplin, amongst others. And they march in and they go, we want you to do a benefit concert for Chocolate George so we can bury him with dignity. So what are you going to say to 40 Hells Angels? Okay.